With FM24 just hours away now, you might still be looking for a save idea to get started in the game. But how about 5 rebuilds where you have different challenges as you try and take a club from their struggles back to the top of their division in their countries? Up first is a save that would probably prove popular among FM24 players. It's Lyon in France. Once the kings of Ligue 1, won 7 titles in a row in the mid-2000s between 2002 and 2008. Also appeared in a Champions League semi-final where AC Milan knocked them out. We're back in a semi-final only a couple of years ago after knocking Man City out in the quarter-finals. Bayern Munich, the eventual winners, beating them in that semi-final. This season, through a mixture of poor form and poor ownership, they have dropped to the bottom of Ligue 1. Can you turn them around, get them back towards the top, take down PSG and win their 8th Ligue 1 title? From France, we hop over to Belgium, and one of the biggest clubs in that league is, of course, Anderlecht. Once the kings of Belgian football, they've won a record 34 titles. They also have 2 Cup Winners' Cup and a UEFA Cup, as it was known then. But last season, they only finished 11th in this league. They haven't won a title since 2017. Can you turn them around, do a better job there than Vincent Kompany, and win their 35th title? Maybe you fancy starting your rebuild off in lower divisions, and one option for that is in England, and it's Oldham Athletic, where you'd start off in the Vanarama National League. This club was one of the founding members of the Premier League back in 1992, but were relegated a few years later, and they have fallen down the league since then and find themselves now in non-league in the National League. Could you rebuild them, bring them up back to League 2 and eventually back to the Premier League, and who knows, could you make them the champions of England for the first time? If you're looking to do your rebuild outside of England and in lower divisions, why not try Malaga? Once a regular fixture in La Liga, they reached the Champions League quarter-final in the early 2010s, but they have fallen down the leagues in recent years and were relegated last season to the 3rd tier of Spanish football. Could you rebuild them, bring them back up to La Liga and bring home their first ever Spanish title? How about doing your rebuild outside of Europe altogether? Hopping on a plane and going to Brazil and taking on the job at Vasco da Gama, one of Brazil's most supported clubs based in Rio de Janeiro. They have won the Brazilian title 4 times but not won it since 2000. They also won a Copa Libertadores in 1998 and appeared in the first ever Club World Cup where they beat Manchester United, courtesy of a couple of Gary Neville own goals. Could you get this club back towards the top of Brazilian football? Because in recent years they have been going up and down between the top tier and the second tier and haven't won, as I said, since 2000. Could you get the club of Romario and Edmundo back to being the kings of Brazil? So there you have it, 5 rebuilds for you to sink your teeth into. Let me know in the comments what your main save is going to be when the game is released. And don't forget to join us here on the channel for our main save, Jobless to Greatness, where as an unemployed manager with no coaching badges, no experience, we're trying to work our way up to winning one of Europe's top 5 leagues with a club that hasn't won it this century. So until the next video, take it easy.